الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كلمتان خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم واستغفر الله. If you are sitting in a meeting speaking to non-Muslim, even you give them everything that they can understand, but after the meeting, and you explain everything to them, after the meeting they might not say Shahada. Means there are not Muslim. So anyone that take from a non-Muslim an understanding in his way Islam, it is his problem to find the reality before he considers himself a Shaykh or a Shaykha. Now there is a trend that there is Shaykha. So Shaykha cannot be a Shaykha on man, can be a Shaykha on woman. And this is clear to Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. If you go to India, or you go to Pakistan, or you go to many countries, you cannot find a lady to be a Shaykh. That title Allah gave to, as Allah gave title to men in different places, Allah gave title to women in different places. So we have to keep respect to what Allah asks us to do. Although Allah gave the ladies a higher position in many issues. But in that issue, to be a Shaykha can be, she has to reach a limit of understanding Sharia. If it's from the beginning she is complaining about why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave men more than women, which is not true. But in any case, if she believes that Allah gave men more than gave women, they have to abide by the law that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave, with respect, with love to what He gave them, and make them happy. He made them to carry the children in their wombs. It's not easy. And made them to be happy when the child comes. So we have to follow that in perfection. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in which womb he was growing, Allah gave him one womb to go there. This is a privilege, this is a respect, a nur that shine everywhere. So don't be tough on your wives. Don't be tough on your daughters. Don't be tough on anyone even. So what we need to do is to understand our limit. Man arifa haddahu wa qafa indah. Who knows his limit, stand by his limit. Cannot jump and say, no, I want to be this or that. We ask Allah forgiveness. We say astaghfirullah. So those who claim that they are doing meditation, they have to understand that meditation, as long as they are unable to rise up from the floor and up, their meditation is batil. I don't claim that I rise up, but there are people who claim that they rise up and they don't know how to make wudu even. It's not. They need some people to teach them how to make wudu, and they don't abide with that law. It's too much heavy to 5 times a day take wudu, and or more take wudu every moment in your life. So how you take knowledge from people who doesn't know knowledge? They accumulate some words and then they give it to us as if they collected it from this book a little bit, from that book a little bit, and make a story about it, and then come and claim that you are a wali. We will be asked in the day of judgment, you are wali on whom? Can we lie there? Can we say that we are wali on this and this and this and it is not correct? No. So think about it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you a constitution, the Holy Quran and the Holy Hadith. Teach these. Don't teach something that is not relevant. It's all irrelevant. All what they are teaching today are irrelevant to Islam. I'm not frightening you, but this is how it is going and moving. Moving toward falling in the Hawi and the valley, deep well. No one can bring you up. That's why the Muslim Ummah today are losing, because they are claiming things that they cannot claim. Everyone becomes alim, everyone becomes wali, and as I said, Maulana used to say, I don't know how to make wudu. So to take from people who are not following your deen and make seminars and lectures and sitting with them, and they don't accept to say Shahada, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. You have to make sure that they say Shahada before you begin to speak with them. If they don't, means a discussion, aqim. Fruitless discussion. You will not get benefit. So make sure that they renew the way that they came up and accept the message of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then you can sit with them and teach them when they need to be taught. It is not enough to say Shahada and go. We have to take Shahada and believing in Shahada. Believing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger. There is no other way. Bringing a story from here, bringing a story from there, make a scene, make a show, and then at the end come and say shahada. Their shahada is for the show. Their shahada is not for love of Prophet and love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's for the show that they are doing. And those people who are in the show go along with the show, and they know they make shahada, they don't know what does that mean. They tell them blessing. So make sure that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he came to quality, not to quantity. If the whole ummah comes to turn you to listen to what they say, they will find a lot of mistakes with us and others. So make sure that keep the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Insha'Allah. Look, when we say Allah, we say it like someone's saying, give me a give me a loaf of bread, or a or give me biryani. تعظيم الله عز وجل. We didn't open yet that subject. تعظيم الله عز وجل لا يرقى عليه شيء. Nothing can go above it. And we have to be respectful when we say Allah from within our hearts. Allah, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide those who claim things that is not their own, but they took it from here and there and make it nice in order to attract people to their teachings. I know many of these people, I can count them, but it's not necessary to expose anyone. But make sure that you are listening to awliya Allah in a real way. Don't claim something not for you to claim it to you. Awliya Allah, they know, and they can expose anyone and can put anyone down and can raise anyone up. Let us, all of us, asking, Ya Rabbi, keep us with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Keep us with the one that you love. That is the real love. Love is when you say, Ya Rasul, Ya Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is love. Ya Muhammad, Ya Allah. That's what we need. We need to reach to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We need to reach to awliya Allah. ومن الله التوفيق وحرمة الفاتحة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. Any question? Shaykh Salah Hamdi.
Some people asking for dua.
Fatiha for all those who are asking for dua.
Amen.
That's Fatiha for their problems to be erased and they'll be happy. You cannot make dua one by one. It's very difficult. Awliya Allah, they asked their shayukh to ask Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam how to make dua. you want to sit here and make dua to everyone, it needs day and night. So Maulana got permission whenever he said, whenever he reads dua, like Salah al-Din now, he's asking for dua. If we read one dua, it will cover all of their problems. As if everyone got his share from that dua. They don't need to go one by one. One dua enough for everyone. Or how we believe in the power of the Shaykh. When he makes a dua, he shakes mountains. And that is because of their love to Prophet ﷺ. And when we say Allah, the dua is in it. Ud'uni astajib lakum. Allah said that Ud'uni astajib lakum. Ask me, I will respond. So he is accepting your dua or not?
Yes.
When you call upon him, he is with you.
Yes.
Not physically, but he is looking after you. He can send his angels. You think this meeting has no angels? Full of angels.
Subhanallah.
Shaitan cannot approach
Subhanallah.
these meetings. But we are blind. We can change things and mix things and say, this is what you need. Like people, they go and make something haram in Islam because they have near sight. They cannot see that there are people who have far sight. They can see far away. As there are people who can see near, there are people can see far. And these are awliyaullah. There are of two types. One type, they have power to see near. One type, they have a power to see far. Awliyaullah, especially the Naqshbandi, order of Grand Shaykh and Maulana Shaykh, the Silsila Zahabiyya, the golden chain, they have the two powers. Like Ibn Ajiba said, Al-ilmu ilman, knowledge is two. Ilmu al-awraq wa ilmu al-azwaq. Knowledge of paper and knowledge of taste. He didn't put it in singular, he put it in plural. Means all kind of knowledge he is accessible to. He can reach all kind of knowledge through one dua. So Shaykh Salah al-Din make one dua for everyone. Yeah.
First of all, our demand to you, Ya Allah, for the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, good Maulana Shaykh Hisham, long life, good health and wealth,
Ameen.
and easiness, Ya Allah, victory over our egos, another obstacle in front of his way,
Ameen.
to make the way easy and open and close for Mahdi alayhi salam to come.
Ameen.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
Ameen.
all humanity, Ya Allah. Accept our visiting to Maulana Ya Rabbi.
Ameen.
And it is in God and accept Maulana Shaykh Hisham's dua for us in his Suratul
Fatiha. That dua goes from his mouth all the way to heaven.
Subhanallah.
By angels.
Subhanallah.
When the abd is doing dua with purity and sincerity, his dua will be carried by angels all the way to different levels of paradises. So don't think that your dua is not reaching, it's reaching. And there are some people, they do dua, but their dua is artificial. They will be still hanging between earth and heavens. But one day they will go up. On the day of death. May Allah make us to go up still when we are alive.
Ameen.
Because this is what is important. I want to say a story, but I am reluctant. No, it's okay. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us.
Ameen.
Ya Sayyidi ya Rasulullah.
Ameen.
أنت الشفيع.
Ameen.
أنت الحبيب.
Habib.
أنت المقدس. أنت أبو القاسم. أنت كل شيء يا سيدي يا رسول الله. يا رحمة للعالمين. قدمنا لحضور الله عز وجل طاهرين مطهرين لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. فاتحة. Awliyaullah, they have power to move mountains. But adaban with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, out of respect to Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, which he gave them this power, they don't show it, they don't do it. They do it in a different way. That you don't feel that they made a miracle, because they don't like show off. That's why they keep humble. They don't do something different in order people not to be سحروا. أصبحوا من السحرة. They adopt the way of magicians. They make your eyes to see, but in reality there is nothing there. Yes, they reach that power, but not more. And this is the level where the fitna comes. The people becomes Sahara, like Sahara to Nosa. They become magician. They all tell you things make you crazy. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And then at the end, they make your eyes to see what they want. This is a kind of ilm, knowledge. That's why, and it is fake, like what happened with the snake of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, and the snakes of the enemy, the magicians. The magicians, when the reality came with the snake that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to Sayyidina Musa through his cane, through his stick, was able to eat all of them. But their cane cannot eat anything. It's only you see illusions of snakes, but they cannot attack you if you have it. But they frighten you because you think it is correct. So these claimed awliya, so claimed that they have power, that they teaching with power. Their teachings is wrong. You are showing us artificial things that you cannot do it yourself and leave the people in fitna. For what? For certain reason. This is the problem, our problem. All of us, we have this problem. We make people to be fascinated with what we are saying, and we take them into problems. So they can move mountain, but out of respect they don't, because Prophet ﷺ in the Ghazwat Uhud, the mountain of Uhud came to him and asked, if you need help, Ya Rasulullah, I will turn myself, all myself into gold, and it is written for you, this gold. Prophet said, no, we don't need that. Means any miracle that you try to show people is a false one, because it doesn't adjust with what the Prophet said to the mountain of Uhud.
Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar.
He said, no, we don't need that. We don't treat people with sihr, with magic. We work with people with Sharia, with Fiqh, with Ahadith, with Holy Quran. May Allah keep us with them
Ameen.
and give us the best of this day
Ameen.
and the best of everything. بحرمة الحبيب بحرمة الفاتحة. Be careful, we are on limits, there is no more time. Time is coming. To them, time is nothing. Sayyidina Musa, when he asked Allah, when you are going to destroy Fir'aun for me, he said, tomorrow. Yani tomorrow. He said, how tomorrow? Then he said, أليس الصبح بقريب? I am going to, don't be pushy. He speaks with them directly. Don't push. I'm going to destroy it. I didn't see anything. No, you saw everything. And he showed him how he can destroy Sayyidina Musa, how to destroy, is able to destroy Fir'aun. So we must not be Fir'aun. That's the issue. He was thinking that أنا ربكم الأعلى. I am your أنا ربكم الأعلى. Your Lord Most High. You are the highest. You don't need to destroy them with your cane only. I will destroy them with the ocean to not to appear anymore.
Subhanallah.
With the water. And that's why. And why Fir'aun, Allah, as Mawlana Shaykh used to say, why Allah let him 40 years. He didn't destroy him immediately. Because of one thing. I think many people heard it from Mawlana Shaykh. Because one thing. He said Sayyidina Musa was not happy. Allah is delaying. And finally he said to him, Ya Rabbi, you promised me and you didn't fulfill it. There Allah want to show him that he can. So he destroyed Fir'aun for him by the ocean and by the cave. But why? He delayed Fir'aun to live longer, 40 years more. Because he said to Fir'aun, to Sayyidina Musa, he said, Fir'aun knew the ni'mah, respected the ni'mah.
Subhanallah.
Wherever that ni'mah falls on the floor, when he is eating, he pick it up, he clean it, and he eat it.
Subhanallah.
He eat it. Not to throw the ni'mah on the floor. Today, we are not throwing the crumbs. Today, we are throwing the whole pot. The whole pot is destroyed. And and it has food in it. Because Mr. So-and-so wants new food. Mrs. So-and-so, she wants new food. They have respect. They cannot eat food twice. They have to eat it one time. And divorce begin to happen because of that. So everyone wants to be mutakabbir,
Proud.
arrogant in his field. It's not Shaykh Salahuddin. So how we go and claim we want to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when on the other side you are destroying his ni'mah.
Ya Rab, Tawbah Ya Rab.
Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said one hadith that is telling Sayyidah Aisha that when something food falls from you, kasrat khubuz, a piece of bread falls from you on the floor, you pick it up, blow on it, anything there, one blow, he said, blow on it and eat it, it will be barakah for you.
Subhanallah.
Why they don't follow this hadith? If they claim they are defender of the mazhab, of Salafi mazhab, why you don't pull up the crumbs and eat them? You might step on them.
Yes.
So Allah delayed him. Still Musa is not happy. Allah put in order to accept what Sayyidina Musa is asking, there must be a cause. Because this dunya is cause and effect. You do something, you get something. So in order to destroy him, he made in the heart of Musa that you are crazy, you are the king of kings, you are Pharaoh. What you are running after crumbs? What's the neighbor king will say about you? Step on it. Step on the ni'mah. Step on the crumbs. You are Rabbukum al-A'la, ana Rabbukum al-A'la. I am the highest Lord. I am the king. Step. And Pharaoh and the police, he was hesitating. The police came to his ear immediately. Step on it. Step on it. And then began Pharaoh to step on all these crumbs. Allah destroyed them.
Subhanallah.
So don't ever disrespect ni'mah. That's why in the old time they used to grow food for chickens, and then the chickens eat these crumbs. So be careful. So the crumbs, this new trend of awliya, which they are nothing, but it's a trend now to say Hadrat Maulana Sahib. It's not applicable to us. We have to say more against our ego. Ego will be happy when you say Ana Rabbukum al-A'la, because it is wirasa from Fir'aun. It is inheritance from Fir'aun. So we have to be very careful. Don't fall under this category of Ana Rabbukum al-A'la, then you will have a problem. It's a warning to myself, warning to yourself, warning to everyone. ومن الله التوفيق بحرمة الفاتحة. Inshallah we'll continue next time. And still I'm leaving on Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow we can make one. Hey, what to do? Every meeting has beginning and has an end. even life has a beginning and has an end. Sayyidina Umar, when they told them that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam left dunya, he said, if anyone say my Prophet left dunya, I will cut his neck. So,
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
But awliya Allah, they for sure they understand what the ayah say. But for them, Prophet didn't die. For them, he disappeared from appearing between the Ummah for the benefit of the Ummah. Not for anyone to worship him. We are not saying to worship us. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed from akhirah to dunya back to eternal life. So awliya Allah, they see the reality of that secret. That is a huge secret. What happened between Prophet coming to dunya and that time that he lived in dunya, what he was doing in reality, what he was doing in order to follow. And they found the secret. The secret is Ismullah al-Azam, which all awliya and all prophets used to look for. Ismullah al-Azam, the greatest name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because anyone knows that name, the secret of that name, can change everything in this dunya if there is permission. And this is being given to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To Sayyidina Musa, Allah didn't give. He made him to faint when he asked him, let me see you. Allah said, no, you will not see me. ولكن لن تراني. You are unable to see me. So, awliya Allah, because of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they reached to that reality. And they were able to see what cannot be seen, to hear what cannot be heard, as it is said in the hadith of Prophet, and it is a holy hadith. ما زال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل حتى أحبه وإذا أحببت كنت سمعه الذي يسمع به وبصره الذي يبصر به إلى الآخر. I will be his, if he loves me, if he follow what I say, I will love him. When I love him, I will be his eyes, his ears that he can hear with, his eyes that he can see with. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put that power into his ears and the eyes, what do you think that person will become? Normal?
No.
He will become higher than everyone on earth. That's one of the main secrets of prophets that he gave to awliya. And everybody took little bit. There is, as we know, there is 124,000 wali. And this will be, their secret will be given to you if you are following them correctly. That speech is for those who will follow correctly, or those who did not follow correctly. Let them look into Sharia and Fiqh and make sure they follow the way of Prophet, not the way of Hindus or Buddhists. If I make Hindu and Buddhist happy from me, what is the benefit?
Nothing.
If I make Prophet happy with me, what is the benefit?
No.
All benefit. So we don't play. This is tariqah. You cannot play and say you are something that you are not. Make tawbah and move. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept
Ameen.
tawbah by saying astaghfirullah.
Astaghfirullah.
That yurda upon this. Subhanallah. As we
Subhanallah.
said yesterday, one letter of Holy Quran is enough to drown the whole humanity on earth, to drown into the power of perfection.
Subhanallah.
One letter, and that letter is Alif. The beginning of the Holy Quran, the beginning of most ayat is with alif. There is too much secrets in that alif. ومن الله التوفيق وحكمة الفاتحة.
ما شاء الله.
Now, and those who needs to go to travel, they are welcome. Those who want to stay, you are going.
It's a permission, Maulana, yes, I have to go to the airport, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Friday this afternoon.
You are free, you can go anytime.
Thank you, Maulana.
If you are not going, you stay. Shaykh Ali is here. Can do sahwa, can do qasida, can dance. There is dance in our way, the way of to dance in Allah's love. You to show your love to Him, not dancing with how they dance. Dancing is sitting and bending a little bit, not the style that everyone now is doing, it becoming a trend. And out of that trend now they can dance on their head. This is a dance in Allah's life. And all what he has in his pockets will fall down. And he is upside down.
Also.
But Holy Quran mentioned, mentioned that in the day of judgment there are people that they will walk on their heads and on their different parts. And Sayyidah Aisha asked Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, is it possible? He said yes, they will be dancing on their heads, moving, and what he meant is moving on their heads. Alhamdulillah, no one here dancing on his head. Not yet. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
آمين.
اللهم بجاه حبيبك المصطفى رسولك المجتبى وبجاه أوليائك الكرام أن لا تدع لنا في مجلسنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا يسرتها يا رب العالمين. اللهم يسر أمورنا واغني ديوننا وفرج كروبنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين بحرمة من أنزلت عليه سر سورة الفاتحة. لا فض فوق وما يرحم أبوك. أخوي جميل عارف. How are you? Good? You are thinking?
I'm thinking.
It's 1 hour. You edit it or what?
This one said 30, the other one was 16.
And one video was 30, the other was 16.
46. 4 and 6 is 10.
Allah Akbar.
1 and 0 is 0.
Allah Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. Ameen.
6 plus 4
10.
is 10. Every hasana is 10.
Subhanallah.
And every hasana takes away 10 sayyah and gives you 10 hasana.
Subhanallah.
Allah gives you mercy, blessings, you are under it, finish. He is not going to put and say, no, give it to you back. He gave it, he gave it. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 حسنات 10 سيئات. He takes away 10 سيئات, he gives you 10 حسنات. For one matter of Quran. This is for beginners and this is for those who are blind, like us. But Allah has opened our eyes, we can see from every letter oceans of letters. He will open to your heart knowledge that never opened before. And we come and we say, give us more. You finish first what you have, homework. Then you go to the next, because you cannot jump to the next without finishing the first one. In school, not only passing tests like mathematics, calculation. You cannot come to the second formula before you finish the first one. In order to take the answer, put it on the new one, and open the experiments open to itself. So we need such things. Finish first what you have, then look for the other. No, here they won't do that. You want to jump. How to jump with superficial? Sprinkles. You know sprinkles? You have the base. Chocolate cake. We have the base, and we are waiting to eat. A child come and sprinkle it. Put sprinkles. You don't say wait until I eat the sprinkles. These are really don't wait. Cut and eat. But those who are artificial awliya and claiming that they are awliya, they begin to eat the sprinkles like crazy. There is nothing in this sprinkle. It is sprinkle. Is correct, Abdul Rahman?
Yes, Maulana, 100%.
100%. يلا قصيدة. We don't do one قصيدة شعر كتب سنة. No, I came 2 days ago. I came and someone making dua with 3 lines. I thought dua is a lot. Dua Qunut, we don't have someone who recited. Who is that one? He heard my voice, so I saw his hand begin to grow up. to show me from far that I am the one. And he kept poor people, he kept them like 1 hour in the dua. You are here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Maulana.
Now you do dua, but I will go first. What he said, Allah, 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 Allah. This is what we get. Artificial, spiritual power. But because in the name of Allah in it, turn it off. From not truthful to fruitful. Not spiritual, spiritual. Because of the power in the kalima of Allah. Keep reciting.
Allah.
كسر قلبي أنتم آل الذمام أو هجرتم يا حبايب فعلى الدنيا السلام الله وجنتاه وردتان كالدهان ودموع العين تجري مثل أبطال الغمام ودموع العين تجري مثل أبطال الغمام رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. قالوا تسلى عن المحبوب قلت بمن كيف التسلي وبالأحشاء نيران. قالوا تسلى عن المحبوب قلت بمن
الله
كيف التسلي وفي الأحشاء نيران.
الله
إن التسلي حرام في مذاهبنا وكيف أرضى بكفر بعد إيماني فشارب الخمر يصحو من سكرته فشارب الخمر يصحو من سكرته وشارب الحب طول العمر سكران وشارب الحب طول العمر سكران يا سيدي يا رسول الله خذ بيدي ما لي سواك ولا ألوي على أحد يا سيدي يا رسول الله خذ بيدي هو يا سعد قوم بالله فازوا يا سعد قوم بالله فازوا هو يا سعد قوم بالله فازوا ولم يروا في الكون سواه الله قربهم منه فاجتباهم الله فنزعوا الفكر رفعوا له الله يا سعد قوم بالله فازوا الله يا سعد قوم بالله فازوا ليس لهم للسوى
MashaAllah.
She's asking for the children of the Quran to read from
They're going to recite Quran or
النشيد هو اللي ضرب
النشيد يجيب المكنة ما بنخلي مولانا ينتظر
بس ابغى اسلم عليه هو لا يمشي هذا طلاب القران يا سيدي
يلا بسم الله بسم الله.
Okay, come.
جنود الله.
عليكم السلام. They're going to read the nasheed.
ان شاء الله
A Muslim is one who accepts Allah as his creator, and Muhammad as his prophet and his beloved messenger. A Muslim must be so sweet, must be so sweet and kind. He must not hurt anyone, and he must be colorblind. A Muslim prays at time of the day as soon as she goes up. She prays for the sun, goes to sleep, and right before it gets up. She also prays when the sun stands up in the middle of the day. In the afternoon, as sunset, when yellow turns to grey. A Muslim fasts every year in the month of Ramadan. For 30 days from dawn to dusk, he must fast if he can. And when you fast, you understand why hungry people cry. You must try then to help them out with tears from their eyes. A Muslim must give zakat, which means to help the poor. He must give them every year from what she saves and stores. A Muslim must be generous if he wants to be blessed. He must share from what he has with those who have much less. Once his life, a Muslim must go on a pilgrimage. He must visit Allah's house to perform his Hajj. He must go to Medina and be a prophet. But if he's ill, if he's poor, he doesn't need to visit. The greatest Muslim who ever lived is Prophet Muhammad. Allah taught him everything, and so he was perfect. A good Muslim was who follows his prophet. A good Muslim is the one who loves Muhammad.
Support a Muslim. What is a Muslim?
MashaAllah.
ما شاء الله
How long it take them to memorize it?
a week
Alhamdulillah. You will give them extra food.
وصيهم يا سيدي ما يغيبوا
عمل ريبو.
بعضهم
Anyone who attend every week you have class.
ايوه يا سيدي كل يوم احد
كل يوم أحد. إن شاء الله لك لهم التوفيق.
آمين.
school. And every day we have to go to the chapel to pray. And alhamdulillah, I am still Muslim. So be Muslim, be proud of it.
Ameen.
Say, I am a Muslim.
Ameen.
Alhamdulillah.
Children, say,
I am a Muslim.
I am a Muslim.
I am a Muslim.
Muslim.
I am a Muslim.
I am a Muslim.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Eat the food, all of it. You are hungry? Are you hungry? They are not hungry. If they are hungry, we'll have offered them food.
Don't you want your biscuit break?
Oh,
Yes?
no, okay. Extra biscuits.
Biscuit break is nice, especially in Ramadan. So in Ramadan, we break our fast, or we keep our fast. Keep our fast. Those who are teaching them, getting the benefit of Allah's rewards.
Ameen.
But keep teaching them as much as you can. Everyone here, anyone missing? This gentleman is he is good inside. And outside, he was like dunya. حول الله التوفيق وحول الفاتحة. I will give Ali with you. Those who are staying, you can stay till evening. Or you can come tomorrow, no problem. You might see you, inshallah. Okay, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Nasreen?